Hello everyone, welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. You are watching SST Edupedia, and today we are going to learn media buying and planning, which comes in the third year of BAMMC, and we are learning today subject media buying and planning semester 6th, which comes under in semester 6th. Okay, so we are going to learn a very important topic in media buying and planning today, that is functions of media plan. Okay, so let us move to the slide and let us quickly see what is the media planning. Okay, so whenever we heard about media planning, so of course this is a plan which we do for the advertisements, right? Whenever we see advertisements on the television, let's see, or we hear on the radio also, so we have to plan for that particular advertisements, right? So in that particular planning, when we plan for that particular advertisement, so there are, particularly there are many functions which we have to go through. So that we are going to see today. Okay. So let us move why it is important. First thing we'll see about that. Okay. So it is an important component of the promotional strategy formulation, right? So whenever we heard about advertisements, right, we have to influence people, right? We have to sell our product through the advertisement. That is the first and very uppermost very important aspect of advertisements, right? That is very important and very first aim of that particular advertisement, that is to sell the product, right? So for that we have to plan some kind of a strategy, right? We have to plan a strategy to how we are going to influence our audiences, how we are going to reach to our audiences for that particular product, right? So media plan is nothing but a appropriate strategy for advertise your product to your consumer or your future consumer, we can say. So for that we have to plan our media with the strategy which we have planned. Okay, then the second one is this is the media plan. The goal of the media plan is to find combination of media that will enable the marketer to communicate the message the most effective manner possible at minimum cost, right? So whenever we talk about the advertisement, so very uppermost goal of any advertisement, it has to be at very affordable cost. We have to reach to our target audiences, or we can say that right target audiences we have to reach, right? And in an effective manner, that is also very important, right? So if we are just reaching to our target audiences, and if we are not that kind of effective, so our product will be our product or our advertisements will be ineffective after all. So that is why whenever we are planning for the media, we have to strategize our planning very effectively. We have to work on that very passionately, or we can say we have to dedicate ourselves to make a proper media plan for that. And that is why the media planning is very important when it comes to the advertising, right? Then the media planning ensures the finding the most appropriate media platform to advertise the company or client's brand or product, right? So media planning is also important to choose a proper and particular media platform also, right? So through the media planning only we can know that which platform is perfect for product advertisements, right? So if we talk about any FMCG product, or we can talk about any automobile, or we can talk any financial company, so we have to see, or we have to strategize the media vehicles also, right? So media platform is also known as media vehicles, right? So media vehicles also we have to choose very effectively, right? Which media vehicle is suitable for our product or our brand. That is also important when it comes to media planning. And in the media planning only we have to choose that. It will of course we have to do a media research also for that, but this is very basic and this is very first thing which comes when we talk about the media planning, or we we can say, just if we talk about the media planning functions, so this is very basic thing which comes under the media planning. Okay, then the message, what message we are going to deliver to our audiences, that is also very important, right? And that is that has to be a very effective and very persuasive language, or we can say, if we talk about the television advertisement, right? If we talk about the television, then of course there will be theme, there will be a storytelling style also, right? So that also we have to design. So that also, in the media planning term, we can say that of course we have to plan that also, right? When it comes to media planning, how our message should be delivered, how our message should be designed, how we are going to talk to our target audiences, of course through the advertisements, but how we are communicate our message through that particular media vehicle to our consumer or future consumer, right? So that also we are going to we have to plan in media planning, right? So these are some functions, and this is also known as media planning basically. So what are the definitions of media planning? Let us quickly see the definition of media planning. So very first one is, it is the process of deciding how much effectively get your marketing communication seen by your target audiences, right? So of course we have talked about the effective manner, right? How effectively you are reaching to our target audiences through media planning, and that is what we known as media planning. Okay, so that was the first definition of it, and the second definition is, it is a process for determining the most cost effective mix of media for achieving the set of media objectives, right? So media objectives is what we have to, what we have to achieve through our advertisements. So that are our objectives, right? So for that we have to choose perfect media mixes also. Now what is the media mixes? Media mixes are nothing but a combination of media vehicles, right? So as we know, media vehicles are television media, then newspaper media, then magazine, radio. So that these are what, these are media vehicles. Now when it combines, or we make a combination of that particular media vehicles, when our advertisement disseminates on one, or more than one media platform, then it becomes the combination of media vehicles, and that is known as media mix, right? So that particular media mix is choosing that particular right media mix for our product or our brand is very important, and that is why it comes under media planning, right? So what is the goal of media planning should be? So it is the goal of media planning is maximize impact while minimizing the cost, right? So impact has to be maximized, of course. Whenever we are advertise anything, so our first goal is to maximize the impact at very affordable cost, right? Or minimized cost, we can say, right? Then the second one is, media is often the largest MC budget item, right? So of course when it comes to the media, or particularly advertisement, you can say, so these are very costlier product, or it requires a high budget to advertise anything, right? So that also comes under the media planning, and how we are going to plan that particular media advertisement, for that any particularly media vehicle, that comes under the media planning. Okay, now the third definition is, the definition 3 is the design of a strategy that shows how investment in advertising time and space will be contribute to achievement of marketing objective, right? So the design, the strategy, right? We talked about the strategy also. We have to do what? We have to design a strategy to sell our product. Of course we are going to advertise, so of course we have to sell our product also, right? So for that, what we have to do is, we have to design a strategy for that, which shows the investment in advertisement time and space will contribute the achievement, right? So what we have to achieve is, we have to sell our product, right? Or we have to maximize our sales, right? Maximize our sales, or maximize the sales of our product or brand, we can say, right? So that is the ultimate goal of any advertising, right? So that we have to achieve, and that comes under the media planning. Okay, now what are the functions? So we'll just quickly see the functions. So first function is proper media planning enables the selection of right media, right? So when we do a properly media plan, or we go through the research also, and we make a perfect media plan, then the media plan selection for the media is crucial in the entire planning process, right? So we talked about the media mixes, right? And that is selecting a combination of media vehicles, right? And this is very crucial part when it comes to advertising or media planning, we can say. Okay, because we have to choose a particularly perfect media vehicle for our particular brand, or as per our particular product, right? So that is why the media planning is sometimes becomes crucial also, right? Now this question we have to keep in mind whenever we are planning for media. We have to see that for what we are going to plan our media and what our budget is. That is also very important to keep in mind, right? Then the second one is it helps to allocate the advertising funds to the right product in the right media, right? So we talked about the budget also, so that also we have to taken care of, or we have to take care of, right? So we have to look at the budget also, what is our budget and what we have to achieve through that budget, and how we can plan that particular budget for that particular advertisement, right? That also we have to see, right? So for example, we can say, as we can see on the slide, ads for the chocolate will be placed in the shot where there is a maximum children viewership, right? And the channel line Nickelodeon Cartoon Network, or between 7 to 5 p.m. when the most children watches cartoon, right? So what is the example is, if we are going to advertise any chocolate kind of a product, or a product which is target audiences are children, right? So what most of the channels do is they advertise this kind of product between 5 to 7 p.m. when the children watches their cartoon, watches their different shows which is only for the children's, right? And the viewership of that viewership of children in that particular time is very high, and that is why they are targeting that particular children's, and they are ultimately their target audiences, so of course they have to target them. So this is also very important when it comes to media planning, right? So we'll just quickly see some of the more functions of media plan. The third function is it is indicates the period of the season which is the advertiser need to concentrate advertising efforts, right? So we have to see the seasons also. Some of the product are very seasonal. When we talk about the season, then we can just simply take an example of Asian Paints, let's say. So in the India especially, any paint product, let's say Berger paint, or Asian Paints. So what they do is they advertise their products before Diwali. Before Diwali comes, they start their advertisings, right? So we Indians are know that what we do is when Diwali comes, before Diwali we clean our entire home, or color our home, so this kind of things we do. And that is why what these paints do is they advertise more in that particular season to target us, or target their audiences, let's say. Okay, and that is why it is seasonal. So whenever we are planning for any media or planning for any advertisement, we have to see seasonality also, right? And this is also one of the major function of media planning. Then it helps for what? It helps to achieve the advertisement objectives, of course. Then it minimizes the wastage of advertising funds, right? So when we when we target our target audiences through the season or through the particular timeline, in the example of children's and cartoon we have seen some before some minute, right? So if we design our strategy like that, so we can we can minimize our costings also, and that is most important thing when it comes to media planning, right? So these are some of the major functions of media planning, right? So I hope you guys have understood, and we'll of course we'll learn more about media buying and planning in the next episode. Okay, thank you so much.